Aquarius, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on the description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Okay. This is interesting. You are hoping to drop bad habits and learn all your lessons, but you are hoping for immediate action. You want this now. You looked inside yourself and you saw some things that needed to change, and you're like, okay, now that I see them, they should change. So you're hoping that just immediately you'll know. But the truth of the matter is you actually have to take the time to break the bad habits, and you actually have to take the time to process the lessons learned. Not just say, okay, I understand why this happened, but to really, truly feel it inside. But you are hoping for the immediate reaction of, I see something about me that needs to change. I want it to change now and learn my lesson and be done with it. I want to go to bed tonight and wake up a better person tomorrow. That's what you're hoping for. It's a very noble idea. The fear is that, how do I put this? It's almost like you know that you've done this before, where you forget to take the time to actually process and formulate the new habits once you get rid of the old. And you fear that just the act upon itself, moving forward and moving on too quickly, and without taking the time to really contemplate what happened, will mean that you'll fall right back to where you are again. So it's almost like you're hoping to learn this lesson, but you fear that this lesson is a lesson within itself. Wow. How about that for a paradigm shift? Very perplexing, Aquarius. Only an air sign. Only an air sign does this to themselves. But again, remember, these are perceptions. You're like, I want this transition to be over now, but, you know, if I get through this transition too quickly, will I really, like, you're in two minds. So interesting. The reality of the situation is that when it comes to your resources, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your wealth, when it comes to your time management, you are in a tit-for-tat struggle with yourself on a regular basis. What I see is an air sign doing what air signs do best and overthinking a particular situation instead of just moving forward step by step the way an earth sign would. Okay? You literally want to, like the wind, breeze right through it. You want this transition to happen without pain, without sacrifice. And you're conflicted about that because you know from the past that it's the pain and the sacrifice that actually teaches you the lessons and solidifies things in your world. So yeah, there was something deep inside your world that you want to bring out into the 3D. You want to make an actual change. That's what you're planning. And that change will eventually lead to some sort of emotional fulfillment, some sort of emotional independence that's tangible and you can understand. However, you're struggling with adapting into this new energy. So it's almost like you're rushing the healing process, but you're aware that you're doing it. You know that you should slow down, but you feel like you'll lose if you do. Aquarius, you cannot outrun heartache. And you always have to be careful what you bury because it might be a seed. So if you bury the seed, even though you have an understanding of the situation and then you try to outrun it, you're still carrying it with you and it will still grow and consume you at some point. My advice is slow down. Deal with the uncomfortable situation and then move forward with lessons learned. Because if you try to rush through this, it'll be a sloppy job and it'll never be complete. Change your plan of adaptation. You owe it to yourself. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next week.